See this man? His name's Christopher Tapp, and he served 20 years in prison for a wrongful conviction. A new suspect later took his place behind bars.
There's a new arrest in that case, but Chris Tapp doesn't have any compensation in Idaho.
After he was wrongfully put away for 2 decades for the tragic 1996 rape and murder of Angie Dodge, Tapp was later exonerated because DNA evidence ruled him out. He credits his release to the work of the Idaho Innocence Project, led by this professor at Boise State.
I've worked on wrongful conviction cases all across the United States.
Greg Hampikian is helping lawmakers with a bill that would give financial compensation to Idahoans like Tapp, who have been wrongfully convicted. Idaho is one of just 15 states in the country that offers no reparations to the wrongfully convicted once they have been released.
And that means people have to sue, and it becomes very hard for them to try to get any help.
And Hampikian says they often need help.
And when someone is released from prison because they're innocent, if they've been in prison for a dozen years, 20 years, they have a very hard time adjusting.
A hard time adjusting and a hard time being accepted by society.
Potential employers will check their record. The records aren't erased just because you're exonerated. You have to petition for that. It takes time. They can't get housing. Nobody wants to rent to a convicted murderer or rapist. And all of that takes time to correct. The compensation gives them a chance to get their lives back on track.
The bipartisan bill, introduced Wednesday by Republican Representative Doug Ricks, will go through hearings starting next week. And Dawn, last month, Tapp filed an intent to sue the Idaho Falls Police Department for compensation after his 2 decades in prison.
Madeline, tell us about the break in the case.
Yeah, just last spring, Idaho Falls police arrested 53-year-old Brian Dripps, who had been living in Caldwell, but now waits behind bars for his murder trial.
All right, thanks for that report, Madeline.